Jeffrey Epstein's friend Donald Trump is still on trial, and this week, Michael Cohen testified to an undisclosed chorus of farts. The former president's former fixer detailed his, fixins? Is that what we're calling it? And it's starting to make Trump look like a not-so-good guy. I mean, up till now, pure as the driven snow, pure as a child's laughter, but now, man, I'm starting to really have my doubts about this guy. Trump got a little company at his trial when his gag order circumvention squad showed up to support him. They thought maybe if they all farted, they could keep him awake instead of the other way around. The abomination before a God squad was there to talk smack about the people that Trump can't talk smack about, despite saying earlier that he'd be happy to break the gag order, even if it meant going to jail. Big words from someone who suddenly needs other people to talk for him. Maybe someone finally explained to him that there's no Diet Coke in jail. Are you ready to see the most polished, professional campaign commercial ever? Well, sorry. All we have is this one.
Look at what they're doing to him, and just remember his words. They're not coming after him. They're coming after you, and he's just in the way.
Let's make America great again. And he's the man to do it.
He's the man.
I love the whole screw planning, let's just go for it vibe in this video. Senator Ted Cruz says he's planning a similar video, but he's having trouble finding a group of people willing to say nice things about him. Trump isn't the only politician in legal trouble, but he is about 85% of them. Senator Bob Menendez and Representative Henry Cuellar are both in hot water after bribery scandals, and even though they're both members of the party I vote for, I think they should resign immediately, because I'm a voter, not a cult member, and I'm not happy about it. Do you know how much easier it would be to just blindly follow whatever I get told instead of thinking for myself? Oh, the time I could save. Now, before we continue, we have a special report from our chief international correspondent, Austin Dotson. Let's take a look.
Hi, I am Austin for the Friday Fenix, and as you may know, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has decided to finally solve the migrant problem. So he's doing the most natural thing possible and taking the money of the taxpayers of New York to travel to Rome and ask the Pope how to do that. So I am traveling to Florence to ask the people of Florence and their gelato shop owners how the hell him going to Rome is going to help solve the migrant problem in New York. So come with me as we figure this out and charge it to somebody else.
Trump and Biden have agreed to a pair of debates. Both sides are claiming that they're the most excited to debate, with President Biden's team calling him ultra pumped and Trump's team describing him as so excited he could fart. Trump defended Kristi Noem this week and suggested that she was a victim of her ghostwriter.
Well, until this week, she was doing incredibly well, and she got hit hard. And sometimes you do books, and you have some guy writing a book, and you maybe don't read it as carefully. You know, you have ghostwriters, too. They help you.
And he's exactly right. Here's what working with a ghostwriter is like. Write a book about my life and tell me when it's done. No, I don't want to read it. MAGA is angry. What else is new? That America's favorite pre-prom destination, Red Lobster, is closing several locations, and they're blaming Joe Biden. There Joe Biden goes again, installing an incompetent CEO to run a seafood chain restaurant into the ground to satisfy his unlimited shrimp doom kink. It's a very specific kink. You can't find it on FetLife. Well, I'm not willing to give up Cheddar Bay biscuits because our president gets his jollies from killing restaurants the way Kristi Noem gets hers from killing puppies. Grab your torches and pitchforks, we ride at dusk. Now let's check back in with Austin to see if he's got immigration figured out yet.
I'm sitting here outside a cafe in Florence where I've spoken extensively to the owner about why he thinks Mayor Mike Adams has gone to Rome to talk to the Pope about problems in New York. And he did have a lot to say. Unfortunately, I don't speak much Italian, so I've been using a translator app. And I can tell you right now, his thoughts were invaluable and insightful. He said what I understand to be that there was a network error that has really been the source of this problem, and connection issues that have plagued the whole process. We'll check back for more later.
A live stream video portal between Dublin and New York has been temporarily shut down after some inappropriate behavior. I am shocked. Who could have foreseen that people would take something involving a camera and make it pornographic? Simply unprecedented. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is under fire for a controversial commencement speech in which he invoked Taylor Swift and indicated that women should stay at home and have babies instead of having careers. Taylor Swift, who could afford to buy Harrison Butker and bust him open like a piñata, could not be reached for comment because she was too busy being a gajillionaire. A Texas man is asking a court to subpoena his ex-girlfriend after she got an abortion. Weird, I wonder why she wouldn't want to have a baby with this guy. Seems very chill. Buddy, you gotta let this one go and get back out there. There's other fish in the sea to knock up and drive so crazy that they leave the state to abort your demon spawn. So many fish! Now let's return once more to Italy, where Austin has some updates about the immigration debate.
Hey, Andrea, we are just getting words that Mayor Adams has been held up trying to get entry into Vatican City from Rome. It seems he has been held up at immigration. His paperwork was not in order. We're told he may be deported back to New York or Mexico. There is also some talk of sticking him on a bus to Parma. We'll see what happens.
A man has broken the world's oldest skydiver record at the age of 106. He also broke the record for world's oldest suicide attempt. A nude Caribbean cruise promises to let passengers bear all. But for such a freewheeling bunch, they sure have a lot of rules. Don't sit bare-assed on the chairs, put your clothes back on if the sea cops show up. Are we dangling our bits or not? A bag of snakes was found in a passenger's pants at a Miami airport.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Luckily, they were picked up by the TSA and given to Florida wildlife officers. But imagine if they made it on the plane. How insane would that have been?
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
In Australia, the land where anything could kill you, a woman has given up on trying to remove a poisonous snake from her car after 4 attempts. She's named it Fluffy and has accepted its presence in her life after consulting with Reese Bobby. Good news for my childhood nightmares and Five Nights at Freddy's fans, the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic band is being discontinued. You may be thinking, as we are absolutely thinking, what will become of those wayward bots? Will they simply roam the countryside doing murders? No, silly, but maybe if you hit the Ko-Fi link in the description, we'll have a wonderful new co-host. Let's do this. All right, let's check in one last time with Austin, who I think has finally figured out the immigration issue.
Hey, Andrea. I've just come out of this gelato shop where I'm trying to learn about politics here and especially about the immigration issues that have led the New York City mayor to come to Rome, where I'm not, to ask the Pope, who's not here, about immigration problems. Anyway, I spoke to the owner of this gelato shop who made me this gelato, which is delicious. You'll be getting a bill. And he asked me to read this to you, verbatim. On behalf of all Italians, we've been wanting to tell you Americans about what we think of how you handle refugees and immigrants for about the last 100 years. How about, this time, trying some damn compassion for people struggling to stay alive? Immigrants historically have improved their new homes. Maybe treat them like human beings. And that'll be €12 for the gelato. €12? Holy shit. Fuck that guy. Anyway, yeah. It's Austin. Signing off. We figured it out. Mayor Adams is here to blow the people's money. End of that story. We should have known that from the beginning. It was not worth sending me here. Glad you did. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, really looking forward to that expense report, buddy. And finally tonight, let's end on a little good news. A smiling bear is LA's latest superstar. Look at this guy. He doesn't need cocaine to make him happy. He's just doing bear stuff, living his best life, eating picnic baskets in the park and washing them down with picnickers. Let's all go out and do some bear stuff. That wraps up this week's episode. Love you. Bye.
Hi, I'm standing here at one of Florence's famous wine windows where I've been asking locals. Hold on. I've been mostly asking locals what they think is the best solution to the migrant problem that Mayor Adams is here in not Florence but Rome to find out. And a lot of them have told me the same thing. The best solution for the migrant problem, not just in New York, but in America and the world, would be to get rid of Americans. I think they've got a point. They suggested maybe to start with me.